So right now, if you're a parent and you want to send your kid to a good school, you only have a couple options. Option one is to be able to afford to send your kid to a private school or to homeschool or to use any of the other private options. The second way to get your kid into a good school is to be able to afford a nice house in a nice zip code. There's a common thread here, isn't it? So if you are a working family of limited means that live in, let's say, an area with lower property values, the school you have to send your kid to, if you have no other choice but to choose the public school option, is not going to be up to snuff. Now, no one thinks that people should be denied choices in life, right? And the way our school system is set up, if you just want to send your kid to the next school district over, right? Oh, the school district that I'm closest to, that school is not so great, but can I send my kid to the school right over there? It's just, one more bus stop over. Most people, at least in the city of Charlotte where I live in, think that that's a good idea. We call that school of choice, right? So if you're going to send your kid to a public school, shouldn't you have the ability to choose which public school you send your kid to? And most people would say yes, but the state government says no. Incidentally, if you have the opportunity for another option, so for example, charter schools are very popular, right? If you don't have the ability to, if you get the opportunity to send your kid to a charter school through the use of what's called an opportunity scholarship, that is a great boon for you. That is an opportunity to give your child the best, starting spot in their education. But in North Carolina, the state government cannot have an honest conversation about education and the things that we can do to make it better, because it's always partisan this, it's always partisan that. I'll give you an example. Not too long ago, I had a Democrat friend of me explain in words the Opportunity Scholarship Program and the charter school system that we have in North Carolina. And they were saying, wouldn't it be great if Democrats put this system into place? And I was like, oh, well, good news. We have that, sort of, right? It's called the charter school system and the Opportunity Scholarship. And they immediately go, oh, well, I'm not for vouchers. I'm a Democrat. I'm not a fan of taking money out of public schools. Even though they just described the system that we have, there's a sort of ideological gridlock that keeps us from having the honest discussion that we need to be able to make our education system better. And because our politicians can't have that honest discussion, what we need is more opportunities for parents to choose for themselves the option that best fits them. I'm Stephen DiFiore, and I approve this message.